So all kinds of neat new things happening this month. Ivy Bridge released from Intel, which is really cool because they found that they can make them a lot smaller, and making them smaller means you can have a lighter computer that's more powerful. The Ultrabook is probably going to get even lighter, even smaller, and even longer lasting, which is great. The standard Ivy Bridge processor uses about, I want to say, 25% less power than the original, than the Sandy Bridge, which was the previous version. So we're going to see a lot of new systems out there doing more and smaller, which is always good. As I said, the Ultrabook market has gotten big now. Ultrabook being a laptop, a lot thinner, and a lot more battery life, and a little more horsepower. But the biggest thing is battery life, thinness. It travels well, and it's durable now. They've increased the durability, which is great. Because the original Ultrabooks, that was the biggest problem. You have these really tiny thin things with little tiny thin screens, and then you open the lid and the screen goes wobble wobble. And that's not good, because the screen going wobble wobble, it flexes the LCD screen, which gives you the display, and over time that just, it impairs the life of the device. So now they're putting a little aluminum plate under behind it. Some of them, others are using Gorilla Glass, which is a concept you started with, with phones and small tablets use Gorilla Glass. Corning makes it. The glass is supposed to be have nearly the tensile strength of steel, and it's really scratch resistant, which is also great. And it's not that heavy compared to the other products they'd have to use. So now your support structure for your laptop device is actually the front of the screen instead of the back of the screen. Makes it so that they can make really skinny bezels around the edges of them now, because all they need to really do is run wires to the sides of the screen so that you can actually have your display. We've got a new transformer released because I love the Transformers. I love my Android tablets. I'm not gonna lie. The T300. Weird part is though, Asus did something different this time. They made a transformer that probably should have been called the T200, and the one that I have currently, which is the Prime, should have probably been the T300 because it's actually mid-range between the 100 and the 200. Comes in really cool colors. You got red, white, and blue. The difference is the display is a little different than the Transformer Prime, but it has the same guts effectively. And the body of the device is in plastic as opposed to the aluminum body that the Transformer Prime has. But other than that, it's pretty much the same exact device, which is great because it's $100 to $150 less. Which again, more stuff, smaller, and lower price. That's even better. Also announced is the T700, which is coming out in another couple months. They're pushing these things out quick now. There'll be two models. There'll be a 3G model and a Wi-Fi model. Transformer, for Asus, this is the first time they've taken their foray into the 3G category. The thing that's kind of strange is they decided to go with two different processors for the thing. The Wi-Fi model still has the Tegra 3, which is the new 4-core 1.6 gigahertz processor. And the 3G model has a 2-core Snapdragon processor, which is a different company that makes processors for Android devices. The really neat thing, though, is they're doing testing for all of these processors with the new Windows operating system. It looks to be that there's a potential that Windows 8 will work on the existing tablet architecture that's happening right now. This means a lot of different things. Mostly, this is a major change. I mean, previously, the only Windows tablet you could have is a tablet that would run for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. 3 at best, unless you wanted to lug it around and have a ton of battery behind it for a Windows device. Now, if Windows can run on the same architecture as an Android device, my Android Prime runs all day. So now we'll have small Windows portables that run all day, which is really cool. The Tegra 3, there's a Tegra 3 phone coming out, so you'll have a quad-core telephone. That's just insane. Not sure what we're going to do with all that processing power in that little teeny tiny box, but you'll have a quad-core telephone. I picked up my own Galaxy Note. Love the device. It's really cool. But that is of the biggest screen smartphone that's on the market right now. This thing is great though because I can output it to a large television. So I use it on the screen, but it comes up on a TV if I want. So I can carry my movies with me now. If I want to go over a friend's house and I want to bring a movie with me, I download it to my phone. Then I plug my phone in and plug it into their HD television, and boom, TV on the screen. Also good for presentations, of course, if we're talking business side. You carry this instead of a big laptop. You'd be like, oh, here, let me plug that into your high-def device. Boom. And now you have a 50-inch screen and people can see everything that you see on your device. It's kind of a neat progression. Should be interesting to see how companies work with it. Because as it is an Android-based operating system, it can use all Android OS stuff. And Android has several Office suites that you can get that'll read and write stuff in Office formats. So you could effectively get a PowerPoint presentation and stick it on a little teeny tiny tablet and bring it with you. I'm sure there's a lot of salespeople that would really enjoy that. Another 6 to 8 months, we've got another processor release from Intel, so we'll see what happens with that. And Ivy Bridge just released, laptop and desktop, like I was talking about. So, yep, it should be fun to see what's going on this year. This year seems to be it's going to be an interesting year for technology and hardware. Thanks for watching.